Hey there, guys. It's Peter from the Boomer versus Zoomer team. We have an update on our dear friend Kaide. If you haven't already heard the news, she has been recently diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, which is a form of cancer. She is going to treatment. As a result, obviously, she'll probably not be present on the podcast as often, if at all. But we will continue to be taping episodes with rotating guests. And we'll continue to be doing our thing. I just ask that you keep her in your thoughts, prayers, good vibes, everything, as she, goes through treatment and hopefully recovers swiftly. We appreciate your understanding, and hope you have a wonderful day. So, thank you so much. I just throw my friends onto the chair.
Boomer vs. Zoomer!
Woo! Nice, that was sick. All right, your turn.
Oh, hi. What am I supposed to say?
The intro.
Oh, welcome to Boomer versus Zoomer. We're here with Jamie, iGumdrop, and Peter, our host,
and
me, JHP.
Fucking nailed it. What's up, guys? Holy shit, the weather in LA is terrible right now.
Oh my god, we're starting with the weather?
We don't have to. Sorry, I just tried to bring in the topic. We just talk about
It's a good topic.
Fine, let's talk about what we were talking about before.
What were
we
we
started.
talking
We were talking about how Etsy doesn't people don't make shit on Etsy anymore.
Oh yeah, I got this from Etsy, and people, it's like a cinema roll bag, and people just resell. Oh my god, I moved the mic.
No, that's fine.
Do you know
I think you're good.
Do you know if the person you bought it from made it?
There's no way. I wouldn't be surprised if we went to China and found this.
I mean, I wouldn't isn't almost everything made in China?
Yeah, a lot
very
of
few
made
things
in
are
China.
actually made in the U.S. anymore.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wait, what was the controversy?
Well, it's not a huge controversy, but basically people are just rightfully upset that Etsy allows so many resellers and people drop ship stuff from China and stuff like that, but it's mostly made for handcrafts. So I would say half the stuff on Etsy is not
Does Etsy mind that? In the rules, does it say they have to make it, or?
They definitely check sometimes, but
Oh, is it
it's in their
specifically supposed to
rules.
be something you make?
Yeah, or something like that, your team makes or something. At least it's something custom, or it's not supposed to be resell sellers, but yeah.
Wait, is there a reason why you would want to sell on Etsy over eBay?
I feel it's because people think eBay, they're making it. So it's oh, you're supporting a small business even if you're not.
I always thought eBay was more of just selling products that weren't yours, that you made. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
I don't know. That's
I guess
how I've always seen
Etsy, the assumption when you're buying it is these are handmade goods, which has that extra little charm to it. But then when I saw that bag and you told me you bought it off Etsy, I was like, holy shit, someone handmade that? That was crazy.
No, there's no way.
Yeah, no, that looks
made in a factory.
Yeah. 100
They
that's
have other characters too. Do you know the Sanrio characters?
Yeah. Well, of course.
Do you have a favorite one?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
JHP hasn't had a girlfriend yet, so he's not well acquainted in the Sanrio character universe. I mean, I guess you don't have to be in a relationship.
If you say cinema roll, you'll get all the girls.
You said cinema roll? Yeah, that one.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, I've only recently learned about the Sanrio animated universe, whatever, the multiverse. I didn't even know that Sanrio had their own pantheon of characters, Marvel style.
Yeah, literally. It's a kawaii Marvel.
Yeah, my girlfriend also loves Cinema Roll, but I know a lot of people what's the edgy one called? That's
Kuromi?
Kuromi,
yeah. She's the edgy version. There's My Melody, the really pink version.
Oh, is that the the bunny with the strawberry theme?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my favorite is Batsmaru.
Yeah, you give off Batsmaru vibes. He gives off Kuropi vibes.
I'm completely lost.
He does look like a Kuropi. I feel we're talking horoscopes right now, a little bit.
I'm a little terrified.
No, we should show him.
Is Kuropi a good
this
one?
tiny little frog, and he has
you've definitely seen Kuropi.
It's
a frog. It's a frog.
He has giant eyes.
I don't know what Kuropi looks like.
He's green.
Okay. Even though you don't know who Kuropi is, I feel he's so ubiquitous. You must have seen a photo of him at some point.
If you show me, there's a good chance that
over there.
I've seen it. Yeah,
you
I know what that is.
Exactly. It's kind
Actually, Leslie also gives me Kuropi vibes.
Wait,
I can see that.
How do I give off a Kuropi vibe?
It's just a vibe.
You seem innocent. Kuropi just seems happy, innocent.
Yeah, he's happy to be
glad
there.
to be there,
Yeah.
I'll take that. Okay.
If you gave Kuropi facial hair, it's you.
Oh.
which would be incredibly creepy. Please don't give Kuroko face to her.
Okay, fair.
But yeah, I mean, Hello Kitty. Would you say Hello Kitty is like the blandest character in the Hello Kitty like universe?
Did you know that the Sanrio characters, Hello Kitty is actually the only one that's like not an actual kitty. It's like a human in a kitty form.
Hello Kitty's not
What?
a kitty.
That's why all of the characters, their facial expressions move, but Hello Kitty's doesn't.
What the fuck? No, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You're telling me Hello Kitty is a. Did you guys know that?
No.
What the fuck?
That's why
You're making this
no.
up.
That's why her eyebrows never move. That's why like her face is always. Like,
I thought she was just like a serial killer, to be honest. Like I thought she just had like murderous vibes.
Wait, how do you know
Weird.
this?
Like wait, so
I am in the Sanrio community. I have a Sanrio fan club. And
wait, is her head not her real head then? Is she wearing like a helmet?
Well, we don't really know, but that's just like. Actually, I don't know how like true this is, or if it's just a conspiracy theory. But it's true. Like even in the animations, like they all have their facial expressions move, but hers never does.
I didn't know there was an animated series.
There's just like there's a lot of different. Well, there's like video games too, like games.
Oh, I
with-
know about that. I know about Hello Kitty Island Adventure, the racing game. That one's a banger for sure.
Oh yeah, that one's a good.
That one's a good one. It's like a Mario Kart style game. I feel like Mario Kart came after Hello Kitty Island Adventure personally, but yeah.
Yeah, those are fun. Wait, are you Gen Z?
What I don't know the difference between Gen Z, Millennium, that whole thing.
Don't those
I've
generations,
always
like,
been
overlap a
confused
little
by
bit?
A little bit.
They don't. There's no like clean cutoff, right?
I don't know.
There's a clean cutoff.
There is.
Yeah. Or when I googled it, there was.
I feel like every time I look up like generation stuff, like there's always like a range. It's not like 1 year. And like sometimes like the ranges like kind of like are like blurred between each other. So like you could be like Gen Z, but also like not. Or
All I know is I'm 2002. I have no idea if that mixes in with Gen Z.
All
or
right,
not.
let's see.
Yeah, so Gen Z is anyone that was born in the span of 1997 to 2012.
2012.
That's a big fucking range.
So-
What?
I would be Gen Z too then, obviously.
2012?
Yeah, but that means you're the same as someone born in
2012 is
2010.
crazy, actually.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
That's not right. I don't know.
97?
I think like 1997 to like 2000 should have their own.
What about us?
I think you're pretty Gen Z.
Wait, okay. If you were born at the end of the 1990s, are you a 90s kid?
No, that's me. I'm 98.
You're not a 90s kid.
I am a 90s kid.
Do you even have memories of the 90s?
Yeah, I do. I
Yeah,
had,
like what?
Like the ice cream truck.
That was not okay. So you were
I had VCR.
1 or 2 years old, and you were saying you had memories from then.
Yes, I do.
You have VCRs. Do you remember using the VCRs at that age?
No, actually,
You
no.
can't like look at relics from the 90s and be like, I'm a 90s kid.
Okay, but when I see the 90s stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember all this stuff. Because well, to be honest, I feel like if you grow up more poor, you're like kind of behind.
Okay, okay.
You know what I mean?
That's,
like,
that's a pretty
by
good
the
point.
time it was like 2005, I was still using like 98 stuff. So
Fuck.
When
you
say
got
it,
me there.
yeah, when you say it
honestly.
like that, actually.
That is a good point. I never really thought about like your income bracket determining what kind of like stuff you engaged with, and if you like you're from like a lower income bracket, you're probably using like
still use
older
VCRs
shit.
and
Yeah,
stuff
that's
like
a good,
that.
That's a good point.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but
I
now
feel like-
kids have like iPads and
I feel like there's a lot more like overlap between like the 90s and like early 2000s kids than like people really think there is. Because a lot of people try to separate those like two decades like so much, but I feel like there's a lot more overlap than.
I kind of see that.
yeah, that's
Because like I remember things. I was born in 2000, and I remember things like that I grew up with that like a lot of people would consider like 90s things. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably very different now with like how high tech everything has gotten, smartphones, tablets, etc. and shit. When back then it's like, oh, you have a Walkman?
oh my gosh, the Walkman.
That's so cool, dude.
I thought about this last night because I was talking with my mom about it. I want to ask you guys, when you have kids, when do you think is the appropriate age to give them a phone?
Ooh.
Are there like kid specific phones? Is that a dumbass question? Like not a smartphone?
They definitely have that.
I mean, they have toy phones. but,
Yeah.
like,
Well, no.
Would
I mean,
my
actually,
child
like,
be
a flip
bullied
phone.
for having a phone that is not a smartphone?
in this
Probably,
time,
right?
yes. In this time, yes.
Do you think there are phones that look like smartphones but have like no smartphone capabilities? Okay.
I feel like that's like parental controls then.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. If that's the case, then I will probably give my kid a phone in like elementary school.
I think Peter's the type to like give his kid everything. Like, I think if she were to come up to you and be like, "Please, Dad, I want the latest iPad," you just swipe.
No,
and
I'd
give her
just be
the
like-
next day.
No I'm kidding. Maybe. Okay. I think it's more likely that I'll give my kids access to my video game accounts that have no card like attached to them. So like they could reap all the rewards of me spending money and swiping like fucking crazy on all these accounts, but never actually spend money themselves. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, Dad, can I use your loaded ass Genshin account? Of course, son. Please enjoy. This new character in particular has very big titties, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. Probably. I don't know.
Probably okay.
Listen, okay, let's not pretend that as young children we didn't look at characters like Jessica Rabbit. Okay. Wait, is Jessica Rabbit the
Wait.
human with the red dress? Okay, that always confused me that her name was Jessica Rabbit. Because like, okay, whatever.
I actually don't know who you're talking
Wait,
about.
who's,
I don't know who you're
what's
talking.
Wait, you don't know who Jessica Rabbit is?
No.
You guys know, right?
No.
I
Logan
don't.
doesn't know who
Nathan-
Jessica Rabbit is?
It's just
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
you see-
Now that I see a
You
picture,
see what I
yeah.
mean?
Wait, can you
Okay.
show me?
I want to see.
Jessica Rabbit is one of those characters where you would not remember who she is based off her name.
Like,
Oh, he's about to show it.
She's the cartoon woman with the red dress and the huge knockers.
It looks familiar.
I don't think I've ever seen her.
I don't actually know what she's from other than Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's the only thing I know her from, but I'm pretty sure she is from something before that. Right? Probably? Maybe?
But that's how you got introduced into.
Well, no, I'm
she's
trying
just
to think
she's
what...
just part of like the Roger Rabbit like lore.
Got it. I'm trying to remember what my sexual awakening was, but like there are a lot of different things that could possibly trigger.
Okay, I think for me, like my first ever cartoon crush, I was like in second grade, but it was Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron?
Yeah, and I don't know why, but it was to the point where like I would say from age like 9 to 15, I just had dreams about him all the
Wait,
time.
like what about him were you attracted to?
The thing is, when I wasn't dreaming, I wasn't attracted to him. But then for some reason, my subconscious was.
Oh, so like he had like Giga Riz in your brain.
Yes, like in my subconscious. So I would like be dreaming and it would be weird. Like I almost feel like I had like a childhood relationship with Jimmy Neutron.
Do you think it was because he was like smart, had so much knowledge, or just what?
Maybe, but when out of like my dream, I did not find him attractive at all.
I mean, low key, like JHP, if he shaved and like grew out his hair a little bit, I think we could style him to be a little IRL Jimmy Neutron.
I tried that. It didn't work.
What about it didn't work?
The look overall. I don't know. I was trying to look appealing. It didn't really work out the way I wanted it to.
Okay, fair. Jimmy Neutron, huh?
Actually, but my real cartoon crush was Danny Phantom.
You see, I didn't watch that show. I didn't have cable, which is like a recurring theme on this.
Oh my
on this
god, I
podcast.
did not have cable either.
Wait, how did you have a crush on
I would
Jimmy?
go to like my friend's place. And,
Oh,
I
so it was
couldn't
like a
even
long
watch, like-
distance relationship.
Yeah. But I couldn't even watch like High School Musical, I remember. Because for cable, I would just watch The Simpsons and Arthur.
I watched a lot of Simpsons too.
Yeah, I just.
Those are,
I
dude,
wanna-
Simpsons was fucking the goat.
I want to start The Simpsons, but only 90s Simpsons. I don't want to,
90 Simpsons is
Continue on.
good.
because they have like 20 plus seasons after that. I don't want to watch.
Isn't it more than 20 at this point?
I think it's like 33 or something. That's
I
a
think
random
it's still
guess.
ongoing.
That's a crazy amount. Wait, so what did you grow up with, like Family Guy then? I'm assuming.
Family Guy, American Dad. I watched South Park when I was like 8 or 9. I don't know why. I didn't understand any of the references. I just thought it was funny. You said sexual awakening. Mine was the GTA 5 blonde girl on the main menu.
The way Nathan turned his head, like almost in agreement, that was too fast.
Nathan, you get it. Yeah.
That was too fast.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to remember who my first like cartoon crush was.
I did have to turn off the TV.
You had to
whenever
dig
my
up
parents-
It might have been.
memories.
Oh, I think it. Is that? Wait, maybe that's too late. The first thing that pops in my head is the Road to El Dorado, Chell, which is like the native woman that's like definitely giving one of the guys like sloppy guacky off the fucking
I have
screen.
no idea what you're talking about.
You haven't watched the Road to El Dorado
No.
with the blonde and the black haired like friends that like go
No.
to like a hidden like Mayan Aztec civilization. That's
Isn't
like,
it an older movie?
yes, I guess technically, right? 90s, 2000s. Is it that late? I thought it was
I
90s.
have no idea what you're talking about. So
You guys need to watch The Road to El Dorado. That shit still slaps.
All I heard was sloppy gloppy.
Oh yeah,
That's
so
totally
there
what
is
I
a
heard.
scene in that movie where like there's like I forgot what the exact setup is, but I think the two guys are like lying next to each other and like but they're like off screen, right? And they're like getting up and they look like satisfied. That's like the best way to describe it. And then her head pops up last, but her head pops up from a location that is like so like wait, where was your head before it came onto screen? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the guys' expressions, they all look like they just had the best sleep of their lives. You know what I mean? But like in like a, you know,
Maybe it was a
Wait,
good
so you're
rest.
saying that was your sexual awakening?
that character was my sexual awakening because she was like thick as fuck, super fine. It was nice. But also, I don't know. I feel like that movie is like just old enough that I think there had to have been something before that. But that was like the first thing off the top of my head. I also think the villainous woman from Atlantis, the blonde one, like the femme fatale. I see a lot of heads nodding. Yeah. She definitely gave off like Angelina Jolie vibes if she was a villain in a cartoon movie. She was also fucking fine. Damn.
I remember my first boyfriend really liked Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis.
And she voiced someone in
Meg.
Meg from Family Guy, which is crazy.
Oh yeah, Meg is like the most unlikable character in that show. Like she's like set up to be that way as well, right?
Yeah. But her voice actor is like so hot.
Dude, I wonder how rich Mila Kunis is. She has to be like fucking loaded, right? Just off of her like royalties off like Family Guy.
Yeah.
She's been on many other shows.
That
too.
70s show.
Yeah.
Like multiple movie appearances for like movies that are like pretty popular. Like Forgetting Sarah Marshall is like one of my favorite with Mila Kunis in it as well. Fuck.
I've seen TikTok has been obsessed with Seth MacFarlane lately. The voice of Peter, Stan, all the American Dad Peter or Family
Do
Guy
you
characters.
think it's because Justin Roiland is like now like a shitter?
I don't know if there was.
Are we allowed to even say that without being sued by his legal team? Like, are they still like allegedly a shitter?
We don't know. Was there always a discussion between Family Guy versus Rick and Morty?
I don't.
I don't think. Yeah.
Really? Okay. I swear to God, the uptick in like Seth MacFarlane TikToks increased during like the Justin Roiland allegation. So I thought it was kind of like, oh, like not my voice actor, like my voice actor Seth MacFarlane, not that fucking Justin Roiland asshole.
I just know TikTok has helped out many shows as like South Park is now the show that's all over my For You page.
Yeah, South Park is so popular right now because
Yeah.
of TikTok.
I mean, TikTok is like the best way to promote anything
Yeah.
these days. I feel like like music. Isn't that Jake like JVKE, the guy who sings Golden Hour?
Oh, he also sings like, wait, which one? No, he's not. Never mind. I'm thinking the wrong song.
It's a crazy thought that we could just scroll and see anything in the world that we don't even know what's coming next, but it's always a surprise. And the next thing you know, you're on your phone for like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
But then it's also crazy like how much of your For You page is shared with your friends. Like you'll share a TikTok with your friends and be like, oh shit, I saw this already
Yeah.
too.
I think it's proximity based too.
Oh, you think so?
So if you're in LA, you'll see a lot of like West Coast TikToks.
I could believe that, yeah.
But yeah, the top like 100 Billboard music is just all TikTok songs. It's crazy.
I don't know. I just like how my TikTok would like slip in shit that I didn't even know I had an interest in, and then like now like my For You page is like dominated by that shit. It's like I have like so many Dungeons and Dragons memes. I've played Dungeons and Dragons once in college, like 11 years ago. Oh my god, college was 11 years ago. Yeah, once 11 years ago, but like I love that shit. Like I don't even fully understand what's going on, but I love the memes. I also have like a lot of Warhammer 40K lore on my For You page as well. But then I've never played Warhammer once in my fucking life. But that like the lore is so fucking cool for some reason. And then I look into the rules of like actually playing the game. I'm like, okay, I'll never have the time or patience to actually do any of that shit. So it's just like random. And then like, you know, the blackhead popping videos, like normal shit.
Oh my god, those are so gross. But
What's
like,
the weirdest thing on your For You page that you see a lot of?
Let me think. I have a lot of like role play ASMR, but it's not weird. It's like really calming. It's like they'll have stuff like
What kind of role play we talking?
I wanted to say that same thing as well, but
You also
You
have
have
role
it
play
too?
ASMR?
I hid away from it. Yeah.
no, it's really nice. It's like
I was gonna say something else.
if
Sorry.
you ever can't sleep, it's like you can turn on some like school nurse cleans your scalp role play, and it's not sexual at all. It's just like really nice because it feels like you're getting your scalp massaged, and then you just fall asleep to that, or like they check your temperature and like make sure you. Like, no, it's not weird. And then I fall asleep like a baby.
Okay, sure. I feel like in terms of roleplay ASMR, proud parent ASMR would probably do super well in this generation. You know what I mean? Just like, oh my God, you
Wait,
know,
but I think
like
that
even
could
though
be-
you failed your test today, you tried your best, and I'm proud of you. And like you're just like falling asleep, like crying tears, like that's what I want to hear the whole
sad
time.
though.
That is
I mean, sad, but like, I mean, it's kind of relevant. Imagine the amount of therapy people would be saving on if that TikTok was a thing.
I know there are some people that actually do stuff similar to that I've seen. Just
Yeah.
like saying congratulations on what you've achieved, stuff like that. In the most like,
they have
Isn't
a lot
that
of
fucking
stuff.
sad though?
it is sad
Holy
because
shit.
I've read the comments and it's like, damn, that's actually emotional.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of parents want to say those things, but they just don't know how. So it's like,
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like it's like a lot of parents, like, you know, parents aren't really taught how to be parents.
yeah.
So their way of showing love is just like working hard at work and providing like food at the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like every time they want to show you love, they'll just like give you food.
Yeah. That's definitely like an Asian or like a immigrant parent thing.
Yeah.
They know they fucked up, but they're not gonna apologize because they're too proud to. So they just like cut
Yeah.
up fruit and like bring it to your room instead.
Yep.
Yeah.
The other day, or like for Christmas, I always try to get my parents something, but my dad like refuses to accept anything from me, so I always have to sneak it. So like when I left New York to go back to California, I ordered like a Dyson vacuum home, and then when he got it, he was like, "What is this?" Like he texted me, and I'm like, "It's for mom, right?" He's like, "We already have a vacuum," and I'm like, "Just try it once." And he's like, "I'm gonna return it, okay?" And I'm like, "Just try it once." And then a few days later, he messages me, and he's like, "The vacuum is very good." They're keeping it now and got rid of their shitty vacuum before. But it's like I literally have to sneak in presents because they're so stubborn about getting presents.
It is an absolute struggle to like get your parents to like receive assistance
Yeah.
from you because like they don't want to. They've always been raised to like never show any weakness or anything like that. So it's like,
Yeah.
I get it, but like, you know, you also want your parents to live as easy of a life as possible.
Yeah.
I feel like I always struggle on knowing what I want to get my parents when it comes to like Christmas or birthdays. Like I can't think of what their interests really are in the heat of the moment, so I just kind of panic and
I feel like parents love like air fryers, vacuums,
Like practical things.
very practical, like hot water boiler. You know, the ones where you just like dispense it and it comes out. They love that shit.
But then there's that thought of mine where it's like, what if they already have that? Then I can't get
Then
it.
you get them the best one in the market. So it's like, but they also just like are so stubborn. They want to use like their last appliance until it like breaks.
Yeah.
So
You could also like pay for experiences, like a spa day.
yeah.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
Yeah, like mini vacations. Like I don't know what your budget's like, but like even like one day at the spa, like for your mom and dad. It's gonna be
You
nice.
guys should take your moms to like a scalp massage. It's really nice. Actually, you guys
Dude,
should
you
go
were
get
just
one
on the
yourself.
scalp massages.
No,
Like
they're
either
really
a real
great.
one or a fake one through your phone.
No, they're so good. Like the phones are really good too, but it's like they like you sit there for an hour and they just like scratch your scalp, and it's like they scratch all your like sins away and like everything you're guilty
Your sins
about.
away?
Yeah, and it's like after you leave, you're like a fresh new person. It's really nice. Just
That
try
actually
it
does sound
once.
nice.
I just like imagine Jamie going out on like a crime spree, like just fucking robbing banks and shit, and then she just goes to a spa and gets her scalp massage. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm guilt free.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really nice.
Any games you've been playing lately?
I played Wobbly. That's all.
You didn't seem too impressed by it.
No, it's fun.
I heard like Disney Dreamlight Valley is like the new Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I played that for a while too. That was really fun too. But they have a lot of new cozy games coming up soon. You know the creator of Stardew Valley?
Yeah.
He's making a game and it's called like Haunted Chocolatier or something.
Oh, okay.
And it looks really good.
What kind of game is it?
It's similar to Stardew, but I think it's just like maybe more witch-like and like magical.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I've been playing like Counter-Strike lately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excited for the CS2 announcement?
I am. I was like, I rarely play CS, and then I just hopped on, and then I've been playing it for the last month, and then they announced CS:GO 2, and I was like, Oh, okay.
Do they have any details on it, on like what it is? Is it just like an engine update, or like?
It's like basically it's like they're adding like higher tick rate servers and stuff, so like the game just like feels better and smoother and everything like that. But it's not like
not
most
like an
people are
overhaul.
thinking it's not like a new game. It's basically they're just moving to a new engine.
That's like kind of like what they did with Dota 2, right? I think
Yeah,
they
it's the exact same thing.
Okay.
Actually. Yeah.
Okay. So
That's
like my
what
knives will
people's,
still like.
Yeah.
Still, I guess. Okay. Cool. I need to make sure that my knives still have value. Okay. That's my retirement fund right there.
Well, yeah, like 2 weeks ago, CS:GO was at like its highest peak ever of 1.3 million players.
Is there a reason why?
Whoa.
I have no idea.
Interesting.
And now CS:GO is on my For You TikTok page. I'm just like, okay, so
I swear your phone is like listening to you.
it's the weirdest thing ever. Because I could be talking to a friend about something,
Yeah,
and the next thing I know, it's right there.
Bro, targeted ads is like actually insane.
It's pretty
I think
insane.
you're right. I think our phones are actually listening to us, because I will not have said anything or like looked up anything about a particular product or brand, but my friend will talk about it next to me.
Yeah.
And then I will see fucking ads for that thing like within the same day. You know,
It's
like,
crazy. But sometimes I purposely like go through the ads because they really know what I want. Like if I want to spend money.
What's the last like ad thing that you bought?
I bought, okay, this one's not a good purchase, but it's basically like a portable blender. And like
Oh.
it's like the size of this, and there's like a blender inside, and you press it and it's like it blends on the go. It like looks super sick. I don't know why I got it, because I'm like always at home anyway, so I don't know like why, but
But what if you go out?
yeah, what if I go out and then
what if
it's
you
like
go out and need a blender,
it's like
bro?
a party trick. It's like, guys, look at my cool blender, and then
I would not invite you back to my party if like your party trick was bringing out a blender.
I mean, you never know. But yeah, it broke. So
Wait, how fast did it break?
like pretty fast. I think I had like 2 usages, and like if I put in anything like harder than a banana,
A banana?
Oh.
yeah, if I put anything harder than a banana, it would just like not really work. So
Wait, bananas are like. Wait, so what is
okay,
it?
it was a frozen banana.
Even then, it's like
Frozen bananas are hard. They're like rock hard.
What are frozen bananas for?
smoothies.
That is fair. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
She just
I
thought you were making like banana paste.
I don't cook. I don't cook or anything. I was first out in Cutie's show of cooking.
Oh
all right.
no.
So
To be fair, baking is really fucking hard. Like it's
Baking
hard
is
to kind of
hard.
like do. I think it's hard to just wing baking because it's so much chemistry. I don't blame you there. Wait, so you don't do any cook? Wait, do you live with your family or do you live by yourself?
I live with my family, but I'm looking at apartments and should be
my
moving out.
God.
Like
Does your
one or
mom
2
cook
months.
for you?
Mom or dad, or we just go out. Yeah.
That's cute.
That's cute.
Very cute. I will say that I've kind of fallen into the habit of eating out a lot as a content creator. I know that like there's a very bad stigma associated with streamers never cook, and it's fucking true. Unless our like a content is around creating like making cooking food.
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
generally
yeah.
think that we don't really cook food for ourselves very often, and that is probably like the habit that has horrified my partner the most. She's like, "Wait, so how often do you eat out?" It's like, yeah. So I just have to change subject or like distract her somehow, because like if
It's
you
pretty-
actually think about the raw numbers, like how
Yeah.
often you eat, it's like, dude, it's like
Pretty often.
pretty fucking often. I would say like at least 10, 12 times a week, right? Like if you order in like 2 meals a day.
Yeah.
You order how many times a week?
Sorry, can we cut that part out? Like,
Nah.
yeah, so like I usually eat 2 meals a day.
Yeah.
It's like lunch and dinner.
Okay.
And sometimes I'll order like one big thing and eat that for the entire day.
Oh my god, actually I saw this coolest hack on TikTok, and apparently this guy like went to Chipotle or something like that, and he just orders catering, and he gets enough for 25 people and then eats one portion and then freezes the rest and just cooks it throughout the month, and it's like cheaper. It's like maybe at least like 30-40% cheaper to do that. So you could do that.
I mean, it's also probably just cheaper to just like get the raw ingredients and just like eat like that.
Yeah,
right?
but I know a lot of people who like don't know how to cook. They end up like trying to cook, and then they feel
They're like
really
discouraged.
discouraged, and like they also spent a lot on groceries. But I've been cooking for like 5 years, and it gets so cheap because after like 2-3 years you collect so many ingredients in your pantry that you don't really need to buy them anymore, so it ends up being really cheap.
I think at my next place,
You should cook.
I'm gonna cook more.
Yeah,
And
Peter
that might be
cooking
just
art.
pure fucking copium. But like I will be living close to like a few different ethnic supermarkets, which like I really enjoy. Like
Yeah,
those-
yeah.
they're just superior. I don't know. They're not superior, but I just like love eating from there.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll cook more. And then Anita said she would help me with that. So like hopefully that works out.
I feel like Anita has humanified your life a bit more.
Yeah, she made me realize how not of a human I've been since I became a content creator. Like how many things I kind of like definitely have relaxed or
Yeah.
a lot of like bad habits I've accumulated as a result. And she's just like, oh yeah, we're not gonna work out if you continue being like this fucking human being, this thing that resembles a human being. So I'm like, all right, got a lot of shit to work on. So
Yeah, I feel like in the creator group, it's like hard because everyone enables each other too. So you'll see someone ordering DoorDash and you're like, I guess I'll order DoorDash too.
That's exactly my thought process.
oh no, 100%. Like you'll just be in a call with friends and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna order a sandwich. It's like, you know what? I'll order a sandwich.
Yeah, and then they're like,
too.
what do you want? Do you want anything? And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
In the heat of the moment, you don't think there's any other thing you can do to get food, so that's the only option you can come up with.
Yeah.
I get really creative. Like if I see like an onion in my fridge and then like an egg or something, I'll just like mix it and then eat that for lunch. And it's like I saved like $30.
Have you seen those TikToks where it's kind of like ASMR, like organizing a kitchen type thing?
Yeah.
Would you say you're organized or kind of all over
That's
the place?
like crazy.
Fuck no, I'm not organized. I just kind of like it's like organized chaos. You know what I mean? Like I'll have like we hire a cleaner to come in like once a month to like kind of just like make sure let's spruce up the place so it doesn't fall into shit. But then sometimes I will lose things because they put it in a place that makes sense for them. But in my brain, it's like, wait, I left that on the floor in a very specific spot and now it's not there anymore. And now I have no fucking idea where it is. And then I'll be like, oh, they left it on the table. That makes sense.
Yeah, that
Like,
makes more sense.
That was smart. But yeah, I often lose shit like that, which is
Wait,
really
what's
bad.
your MBTI?
Is that the Myers-Briggs?
Yeah.
I am.
Wait, can I guess?
Oh yeah, sure.
Mm,
Can I give you a hint?
no, I don't need it.
No hint. Okay, got it. Why are you counting on your finger?
I don't know. My brain works weird. E-N. Oh, fudge. I don't know. Maybe you're an I. E-N. Are you an ENFP?
Yeah.
I'm ENFP too.
Yeah.
Wait, let me guess you now.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Oh,
Myers-Briggs.
I don't know
oh
what
you
that
need
is.
to take it after.
Oh, it's like a personality test. I
Oh,
found out
it's that
Yeah,
thing.
I found out recently there's like no science behind Myers-Briggs, by the way.
Well, it's kind of, it's like a topic that
It's like,
they're talking
it is what
about.
it is.
But it's like you're giving them the answers, so I feel like there's some not factualness behind it, but you could learn
There's
a lot
like some
about it.
basis.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah. There's
just
like a foundation.
At least it's not like a horoscope.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like, you know, just like what month you were born. Which I'm also not going to shit talk. For all of you astrology fans out there, you do you, man.
It's Pisces month.
It's Pisces
It's
month.
Pisces month.
Is
Yeah,
Mercury in
it's-
retrograde?
It's Pisces month,
It's Pisces
guys.
month. I think I used to be the kind of guy that would like really like talk shit, or not talk shit, be like, oh, you believe in horoscopes and shit? Like that's so fucking lame, or they're stupid. But like I realized like, okay, well, it's not really like harming anyone, so it's like
Yeah.
just let them enjoy what they like enjoy. Like if they like horoscopes, then fuck it. If it helps
Yeah.
them or if it gives them insight, then fuck it. Like
I
what?
also think
Who
like
cares?
okay, so I feel like I was super into stuff like that when I was younger, and then from like 19 to 23, I like shut it out of my life, and then I realized how hard life is when you don't have like something to rely on. So sometimes I'm just like, I just want something to tell me what to do, or like tell me what's
Give you like
happening.
direction.
Yeah, because it's just like if you're just on your own, you just like blame everything on yourself, or like everything's like in your control, and that's like hecking stressful. So I feel like people just like getting more like guidance, even if it's like spiritual or like not factual.
I guess for me, it's just like as long as it's not giving people like financial advice,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know, that sort of shit, or like, you know, oh, you know, because of this correlation, you should get divorced. Stuff like
Yeah,
stuff like that. You know
like
what I mean?
ultimatum stuff, or like conclusive stuff. Yeah.
Because I've seen shit like that where it's like, oh, like you guys have like completely incompatible horoscopes. You should consider
Yeah.
separation. And
I
it's
mean,
like,
there's
that's
also,
fucking
like,
insane.
People, there's definitely scammers out there who are like making money off of this stuff, but
I was gonna say that is interesting. You mentioned the whole like 19 to 23, like, and then bringing it back as like a comfort thing. Because
Yeah.
earlier we were talking about how like since I'm turning 21,
Turning 21?
I know that's what I said.
I'm turning
There you go.
21 in June. Yeah,
I thought you were already 21. Is Vinny not 21 yet?
Vinny's younger than me,
Fucking shit.
which I cannot believe, by the way.
I will just see thirst traps of Vinny on Instagram or on TikTok, and I have to remind myself, like, this dude can't legally drink yet. That's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But it was just an interesting topic of like, what am I looking forward to after I turn 21, basically.
Nothing.
No.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's different for everyone though. Like my experience as a woman, I feel like it gets better at like 20. I just turned 24, so it's like it gets better at 24. Because I feel like from 21 to 23, this might be the same for everyone, but people don't take you seriously enough as an adult, but you are still doing adult things. So it's a really awkward phase where like,
Yeah, that's true. Like, I see you as a child. In my brain,
That's fair.
you are like a baby. You are just a baby with facial hair that has a job.
It is a weird thought for me though, because like since I've been working here for like 3 years now, and
Yeah, you've been here way longer than I have.
Yeah.
Technically. So, like,
I don't know. It's just that thought of like I'm working in basically.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm the youngest one here, basically. Like
Yeah.
I was 17 when I was here, and everyone else was like either 20 or over. So it was just like a weird environment to be in. So
You probably mature way faster just by being around older people.
yeah, I will say you probably have definitely become more like adult-like
Yeah.
than most people your age, just because of like the experiences you had in your life, you know?
I like that, but I also don't, considering the social part, because I got the job here, and then a month later COVID happened, so I kind of got sucked away from being social with really anyone.
If it makes you feel any better, everyone kind of lost that opportunity, so at least you're not behind on the social part.
That's
you
fair.
know?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I do feel really bad for like college students or high school students that had to go to school like during COVID, you know, because like I think a huge part of just like your adaptation into becoming like a capable adult is like learning how to socialize with people
Yeah.
that your age. But then like if you lose that and then all of a sudden you're supposed to go into the workforce, it's kind of like, oh shit, like you kind of just like missed out on such a huge experience of like life.
My
you know?
my high school graduation was me getting out of my car, shaking the principal's hand, and then getting back in, and then driving away.
Oh, wow. You graduated during pandemic?
Yeah, June 2020.
Oh, wow.
Like that just sounds depressing as fuck, you know? Wait, so like how long was like the lockdown, like when we were supposed to like stay indoors?
I think it really depends on where you were,
But would you say like it was like generally like 2 years ish?
give or take. Yeah.
It was
I feel like it's a year and
Like
it was a
imagine
year and a
losing like
half.
half your high school or college experience because you're just
Yeah.
indoors all the
Yeah.
time.
So I was in my sophomore year of college when it all started, and like obviously they made all of our classes like switched to online and everything like that, and like I pretty much lost like 2 years of it.
Wow.
That fucking sucks. Did you graduate now? Are you
Yeah.
out? Okay.
Yeah,
Did
but I
you-
mean I lived in Arizona too, so like the rules there for COVID were like completely different.
Oh,
than
they
they
were
are
like
here,
were they
or-
like more lax?
Yeah.
Okay. But even then it was still like heavily impacted, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, and people were still like wearing masks and like pretty much like following all the rules that you were supposed to be following. It just like didn't go on as long.
I
is
see.
what I mean.
I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucking rough. Like I finished college and everything. Like I was done. I was out. I was old. I
Yeah,
was,
when
like,
I
late
met
20s.
Peter, you were like, Peter's just so socialized and like, I could tell you went through stuff, you know, you experienced life.
I was actually really socially awkward for a long time. Or like I guess I was like awkward. I didn't really know how to talk to people, but I joined a fraternity on a whim.
Whoa.
Alpha Psi Omega, let's go.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean that actually. I mean, like, you know, the whole like thing where like fraternities, you pay for your friends. Like I don't like to frame it as you pay for your friends, but you pay for like the opportunities and social events and
Yeah.
whatever.
I was in a
That-
fraternity too.
Yeah. I see it more like that. I see it more as like,
Mhm.
oh, they plan stuff. They plan socials, they plan blah blah blah. That's what you're paying for. Who you meet and become friends with, that's of your own accord. Because
Yeah.
you definitely are not going to get along with everyone you meet in your fraternity either also.
Mm.
So I do see how like fraternities could be very cult-like though, like, you know, very insular. But I would say like my fraternity felt more like a club. It was like way more casual, not overly serious. And that's kind of where I learned how to socialize or become like more extroverted for sure. Because I was definitely more introverted before that. Like in high school, I was INTJ. Yeah.
Really?
I was INTJ in high
Wow.
school, so I would say very different.
Yeah. That's almost opposite.
Yeah, almost opposite. The only thing I kept was the N. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, I actually felt like I lost some of that once I got into streaming, which is weird.
Wait, lost some of what?
Like my extrovertedness. Like maybe to my community, I was very extroverted, but when it came to like meeting new content creators, meeting new people, like networking, like that's when I started like climbing up again, because I was like, oh, like you dealing with all these new anxieties, like oh, like I don't
Like
want to be
it's a new
seen as like
space,
especially
too.
when you're growing in a space, you don't want to be
Yeah.
seen as like a clout chaser.
There's a lot more layers to it socially versus like in college. Like in content creation, there's just like, I don't know. Some people are more, status chasey, and then you just really don't really know where you're gonna find a genuine connection. But I feel like for me, my social anxiety went down once I like found so many genuine people in the industry, and it like motivates you to socialize more, but it's definitely like resetting it. Like I meet so many extroverted people who come from like college frats and stuff, and then they're like socially anxious in the creator space. But
That's me.
yeah,
I mean, I still deal with the whole anxiety of like, oh, all my friends secretly hate me. They just put up with me to keep the peace. You know what I
that's
mean?
crazy.
And I have to like keep telling myself that like, that's not real.
That's an intrusive thought.
I've always had that thought sometimes, even when I do my show, is the thought of, does the guest even want to be here type thing.
And like I have to remind myself like, oh, like if they didn't want to be here, they would just say no. Like they would just have chosen not to. But that's also an anxiety around like not inviting people. Like, oh fuck, I have like the fear of rejection as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, but fuck it, I'm just inviting everyone. Barack Obama still hasn't responded yet. I think he's a little busy. But
See, but then I have the afterthought of like, what if they just don't want to say no because they don't want to hurt my feelings?
Yeah, you have to play like this 5D chess. Like you don't want to pressure someone to say yes, but so you don't want to like invite them. But then also like, what if they feel bad that you don't invite them? And it's just like, yeah. But I feel like for me, what's worked is that I just do it so much and like let myself get rejected so much that they don't feel pressure anymore to say no to me. If that makes sense, but yeah.
no, that
like,
totally makes sense.
Yeah.
That's the like the cutie Cinderella method, I think.
Oh yeah.
She invites people so often that like she told me that like she used to be like really nervous about inviting people to come onto her events, but now she does it so often and gets rejected so often that it's kind of like whatever now.
Yeah, you don't take it as personally.
Yeah. It's like, oh, they just can't make it, like whatever, fuck it. So
Yeah. But I'm similar to you in a sense where like I joined the industry at like 19, 20. So I also didn't have that college experience, and like this essentially was my college experience.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like even when like content creators do stupid stuff like dares and whatever, or those video shoots, like that feels like what was my college experience, which is kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, I feel like you just grow up a little faster.
It is a cool thought though to have all of that kind of recorded and just something you can look back on.
I hate that. I fucking hate that shit.
It depends on what you do in that video to make you hate it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I really wish wasn't recorded and filmed.
A lot of regrets on the internet.
Yeah,
for sure.
there's lots of regret. And I feel like I feel like if you ask anyone who's older, they'll never be like, yeah, I want my 19-year-old self to be on the internet.
Hell
like,
no.
it's
I'm
just...
so glad social media wasn't like as poppin' like when I was like a lot of these kids' age, because like I'm like, holy fuck, there's an internet record that could have existed of me saying some really dumb shit that would have not aged well at all. But now those are just like kept in the past on like that. Those are just thoughts that I said out loud. And then now I've like grown and matured as a person, and that shit does not exist for people to pull up later and be like, oh yeah, look at this shit. Watch, this clip is gonna age really poorly. Someone's gonna find some Facebook comment I made or something back in like 2009, and then just like fucking cancel me over it. But
I've had this thought too, like people like my age that grew up with all this stuff, like what is it gonna be like when someone that like when I'm of age to like run for president? Like everyone our age is so fucked.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like just because like everyone has done something, like, it's like just like small things like most people really wouldn't care about, but like still like people are always gonna try to find dirt on other people. And like now that like growing up with technology and stuff, like everything we do basically is like on the internet. So it's like,
you know how some TikTok comments are like just super offensive or just stuff like that? I have the thought of like, what if one of those people later becomes like a big, whether it's a celebrity or a YouTuber, and then that TikTok gets pulled up 5 years later, and it just has that one comment by that guy. Yeah, I have that thought of like that.
I would not even be surprised if that's something that's already happened.
Yeah.
Like, I swear to God, I also see TikTok drama like on my For You page sometimes. It's like, oh, this TikToker is terrible for this reason, and then they're like TikTok has not even been around for that long, and like people are already getting canceled for something they did on TikTok. So, you know what I mean? So like that's fucking crazy. My question is like, you know how a lot of time when people have said or done fucked up shit 10 years ago, and like people will be like, hey, it was a different time. They've changed. They're different now. Do you think that reason will still fly 10 years from now from something that happened today? Because like I feel like there's like a lot of people that be like, oh, like yeah, back then like you didn't know better, but then like 10 years from now it's like, oh, even though you were young, you should kind of know better, that this is something that will be considered in the future, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think like I think a lot of it has to do with like technology and like the outreach that we have with it, because like when I like 10 years ago for us, like not like again not everything you did was like on the internet or recorded, and like I feel like the world is so much more like progressive today than it was 10 years ago. Sure. So like I think 10 years in the future, like it's not going to be as drastic of a difference, but it could still be one.
Yeah, I just feel like even middle schoolers now like are so much more progressive than we were in middle school. Like you're just more educated on everything, so it's harder to have that excuse.
That is kind of terrifying though. Like, do you feel that like middle schoolers are not able to fully enjoy what it means to be a middle schooler in the same way that middle schoolers were like back when I was in middle school? Probably not, right?
I mean, they have the whole social media aspect.
I didn't get my first phone until I was in 7th grade. But like when I was in 3rd grade, I saw a kid with a smartphone and I was looking at that like, oh my God, this is insane. This is crazy. But
like it's probably not insane anymore, right?
It's not insane anymore.
No, I don't think so.
Like kids are like elementary school kids probably have like their own like, laptops and shit. Yeah,
like iPad kids.
I remember back then in school, like when they first brought out like the giant TV or projector thing. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so cool. And then now they kind of all have like laptops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you can bring a laptop to high school. That's crazy.
I had Chromebooks in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And they would like keep a section charged in each classroom. Wow. It was awesome. And
for us, we had like the cart they'd wheel
the
out.
cart, yeah. And then the teacher would always get on our case and like make sure you plug them in when you leave, that whole thing. And if we didn't, we'd get in trouble.
Yeah. So I remember when we had computer labs with the big ass like Mac.
I remember that too. That when I was
were they called IMAX?
School, but
it was like a single like.
Yeah.
It had everything in it, the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Now
they were like different colors and shit, and we would like fight over the best color, which was green.
There's a green.
There was like green, purple, orange.
Oh my gosh! I only saw like the white ones.
Those are the days. I mean, like they all had like white on them. I think, right?
Yeah, but I just had the all white.
All white. Oh,
yeah.
Damn, that's fucking fire. I don't think we had the all white.
I mean, that was the first computer I ever used.
Yeah.
Just because it was in the living room.
Shit. I remember bringing a MacBook to like my high school journalism class and playing World of Warcraft on it.
And like I was
like, yeah, I'm playing World of Warcraft at school. I'm kind of cool. And I was like the biggest fucking loser without realizing.
It was me when I would play cool math games in middle school.
Oh yeah, they would have games on like the calculator too. That's fun. Yeah, but now like kids have like ChatGPT too for school.
Dude,
which is crazy.
Man, that shit is crazy.
It is crazy.
Like, why even learn anymore? Just like have like ChatGPT do fucking literally everything for you. And I'm loving how people are asking ChatGPT for apologies, and like people are getting exposed for that. Like, oh, this was your apology. This is what ChatGPT's apology was. It's almost word for word the same shit. Like, I forgot whose apology was.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh,
Twitter girl drama.
Shit, the Twitter drama. That's okay. This was like a few months ago now, I think.
Was it a few months ago? It was like a month ago. Do you know?
I don't remember the name, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know. I don't remember
man,
the name
I don't want to
either.
say her name, but like she said some pretty fucked up shit.
I know.
Yeah, but I think she's like, the crazy thing is I think I checked her Twitter like a couple weeks after the drama dropped, and she's just like still doing her thing. And it's kind of like,
I think it was multiple girls, right?
It was multiple girls, but there was one girl in particular that dropped the most slurs. Like if I had to give like the most slurs award to someone, it was this girl. Yeah, it was crazy
wild.
The amount of like just like racial slurs that she was dropping left and right. Like from the screenshots that I saw, I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like there's more like slurs than like other words in the sentences that she was writing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was wild. I usually don't look at drama, but I was like, this one's.
But yeah,
I mean, just everyone was talking about that.
I think she's like an OnlyFans creator. So like when I checked her Twitter, like her last 3 posts were just like, you know, just her OnlyFans content. And I was just like, oh, she's just like, she's still doing her thing. So yeah, that was the girl whose apology. Like I think people. I wasn't sure if it was actually true that her apology
I
was
don't
a
think
ChatGPT.
it was ChatGPT, but I think people were using it to like
to
meme
meme
it.
her.
'Cause
Okay.
ChatGPT
Yeah.
was like the hot topic during.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
It was like super hot the same exact week. So
Funny. But I
Yeah.
also remember that there were like several apologies going on around that time. Like a lot of shit was going down. And I remember one person's apology was so bad that someone put the apology into ChatGPT. Like they put their like, oh, make an apology for this reason. And the ChatGPT apology was like 1,000 times better than the actual apology. I think it was for
to be fair,
it was for Panda Global. It was during the Super Smash stuff. I don't know if like anyone follows
I've
any of
heard
that.
something about that. Yeah.
But yeah.
I love that the ChatGPT discussion, like in a high school classroom, it's just so funny to me where teachers just saying don't use AI for cheating
Yeah,
on
it's
homework.
crazy
That's
that
such a
we're
crazy
here.
thought.
The
Like-
world we're in. I know that like AI is like the hot topic these days
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. I know that there's like a YouTube channel or like a group called Digital Corridor.
Mhm.
They made like an AI video. They made a video using AI, which I watched, and like at the time I was thinking like, oh, this is kind of a cool concept.
Mhm.
But then like when you really think about it, it's like, oh, they're like sourcing something that they don't have the rights to, and like it's basically the entire thing is just fucking theft essentially. And like I think they were like really leaning into like the usage of AI, like making things a lot easier. But it's just like
Yeah, I think a lot of people are like getting so excited with this new technology that there's not a lot of like facilitation behind all these things or like assets they might be stealing. So it's just a new territory, and it's gonna come with so much. I don't know. They're gonna have to put some rules in place too.
yeah,
for sure.
I don't think there will be though. I think AI is just fucking lawless
be hard
like,
to-
wasteland
yeah.
right now. It's crazy.
I was happy you mentioned Corridor because I watched them growing up and I love their channel. Same with like Freddie W or Rocket Jump.
Mhm.
If you watch them, it was a great time. For me.
Yeah.
And Smosh.
But I think people are like super fucking pissed at Corridor right now
Oh, why?
because of that, because of the
Oh.
AI video, because like they're just like so unabashedly using AI, and like I think 99% of artists on the internet at least would agree that AI is bad. Like AI is just bad and is theft. And then Corridor, I don't think they really ever addressed it. And then I think they did like a follow-up tweet or something
Mhm.
that was also AI related, and it was almost like a double down. So
Mhm.
people were just like, dude, you guys are so out of touch. What the fuck?
Aw.
Like I think a lot of people were expecting them to like be a lot more nuanced on the topic, especially
Yeah.
because it, strongly related to like the livelihoods of artists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
it
feel
just
like-
sucks.
Yeah, I feel like they got wrapped up in like an idea that they thought was super fucking cool, and like they wanted to execute it. But I think it's good to have this discussion because like so we're mindful about how we utilize AI. But I do think like for editing, like when I edit and stuff, AI has been great. Like it helps me create like scripts for editing and stuff like that. So it could be really, really useful. It's just kind of like a Pandora's box right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Like so much bad can come from it too.
I have made a lot of chat content on stream using AI, just like
Yeah.
like asking, like using it like a genie almost. Like,
Yeah.
AI, how do I do this? Like, how do I get a girlfriend? It's like, as an AI, I think that it's very important to like be a genuine person and work on yourself before getting a girlfriend.
It
And they're
actually gives good advice.
does give good advice.
I'd be like, AI, please tell me how to convince the chatters to give me money. And they're like, oh, as an AI, I think it's unethical to try and force that upon your viewers, and instead make good content that will naturally make them want to. I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Wow.
That's not what I asked for. But yeah, the core. I mean, I don't know. I think AI, when it comes to like anything sourcing art,
That's yeah.
is like definitely really
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
But I also like, I don't know. I know that like you could ask AI to like create story prompts and stuff, but I'm assuming like that's sourcing it from like other
Mhm,
pieces of literature as well.
Mhm,
You know,
yeah.
so I don't know.
It's definitely a Pandora's
It's
box.
definitely a gray area, or not even gray area. I guess gray area, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Do you use AI at all?
No, I actually haven't touched it. The only time I've actually used it was that one image AI thing where you could type in anything you want, and then it would just pop up with the image AI, basically, that whatever that was called.
Yeah. I will say AI is kind of boring though now. I don't know. I just feel that it all just kind of looks samey now. Like I think it was a really cool novelty at first, but AI definitely has a look, if that makes sense.
Oh, like the art?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's so hard. Like, for art, it's hard because they're directly stealing from sources. So, but I feel like when you use it for like coding or something, it's a lot better because people steal code all the time.
That's
and
true.
Just, like change it.
The one AI thing I think is funny, but also kind of bad is the TikTok one where it's like a presidents and then gameplay.
Oh,
that whole thing.
I kind of find those pretty funny.
I find it funny, but at the same time, it's like, damn, this is actually kind of bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The fact that your voice can basically be manipulated to say anything you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh my god.
Okay. Also, not to throw this company under the bus or this esports group under the bus, but they recently did. So Faze Clan recently did like a women's, like International Women's Day like post.
Yeah.
With their own graphic. And it definitely uses AI art because if you look at the girl's fingers or like her hands, they are fucked up. Like her hands are fucked up. So like the telltale sign if someone is using AI art is usually like, I think it's like the hands or the teeth. Yeah, hands or teeth will definitely be fucked up. So if you look at her hands, they look like tarantulas or like something that came from like the thing, you know?
Cursed.
No, because I know what graphic you're talking about, but I didn't notice that at all. I didn't look deep into it.
Oh yeah, but like I'm not saying that I'm like an astute observer, but like her hands were already just like larger than they should be, and that was like the first thing I noticed. Like her hands are so fucking big in the graphic,
yeah.
And then like they're like the angles of the fingers are like really fucking weird. So I know the replies to that tweet were mixed. Let's just say. So yeah, I don't know. AI definitely. I don't know.
It's definitely something. It's something.
It's fucked. I think is the best way to say it. It's fucked. But yeah. Anyway, Jamie, I know that you're leaning into like a hybrid of content creation.
Yeah.
So you want to tell us more about like your second channel and things like that?
Yeah. So I mean, I was streaming for like a long time, and I feel like for me, I kind of just like grew out of what I used to do. Like I used to like just play League of Legends all the time, but now I just want a life. And I want like a good lifestyle alongside my content creation. So now recently I've been doing like more cooking and editing and stuff like that on my second TikTok and stuff like that. And you should get on like YouTube Shorts too.
Yeah.
I have seen your cooking videos on YouTube Shorts have actually like popped off.
Oh yeah, I'm actually sad because like right now I can't film any, and I'm just like watching them pop off while I can't upload more.
Dude, just like borrow someone's kitchen.
I did, but then it's like I go to the kitchen and then I forget something, and I have to go home and bring it back, and I'm like so lazy. But it's okay. I'm moving next week, so I get to do that. But yeah,
I'm glad to see like you're thriving in this because I know that like you enjoy streams that you didn't want it to be like your main thing in the long run. You know,
just because the lifestyle is so like
it's grueling.
It's a little bit degenerate too, respectfully, right? Like it's just like I think a good streamer really has to be okay with like sacrificing their livelihood to kind of, stream. But I think we're getting so much better at that. Like I feel like especially this year and last year, like people are okay with like less hours and like you don't have to stream as much. But I feel like especially when you came into the scene, that was like the biggest peak of like stream like grind like 200 300 hours. I think you came around that time.
It was bad. That was like when COVID hit, and then like so there's nothing you could do besides stream. And then Among Us happened. And then that was like the fucking Among Us collab phase, and then it was just waking up every day at 8 a.m. streaming Among Us for like 6 hours, then streaming like just chatting for 2 or 3, and then like also doing like other variety content because you just wanted to try that out. You'd be streaming like 10 to 12 hours a day, go to sleep, wake up, same shit, 6 to 7 days a week. And then that for like fucking 9 months straight.
You literally like wake up and your desk is just like filled with like Wendy's and Taco Bell and like it's like messy, and then
these bags under my eyes, bro. Among Us did that shit to me, man. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
I completely forgot Valorant came out too right before
that.
So it was just a mix of everything.
And I wasn't even no-lifing Valorant back then. I played like Valorant like a light amount. These days though, like I play so much fucking Valorant. But I love it. I'm so close to Ascendant 3. I'm 1 win away from Ascendant 3, which will be the highest rank that I've ever been. I'm trying to hit Immortal this deck, hopefully. But we'll see. I am also dog shit, so we're working on it.
I literally had this thought the other day. I was like, my friends I feel like everyone who plays Valorant, like everyone's just like a masochist. Like they complain about their life and their livelihood, but they just stay home and play Valorant.
Shut up! You played League of Legends. You understand? It's
yeah,
the same thing.
I do understand. No, League. I think League is worse.
Well, yeah, League is worse.
League is
you
so
see,
much
Valorant,
worse.
I feel like you could always come back and win. Sometimes League of Legends, you know, you're playing like a 50-minute loss.
Yeah,
like you are
50 minutes of your life.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're that one teammate won't fucking FF because you know it's like a lost cause, and you
Yeah.
just like waste 45 minutes just losing.
League of Legends
Yeah.
scares me. I can watch it, I just can't play it.
Oh my god, that's good. Just don't play it.
That's where I'm at. I just watch, and I also buy the skins because I'm a degenerate piece of shit. I also buy the TFT little.
I wonder
tacticians,
if
too.
like your child is gonna be a gacha addict like you are.
I'm gonna have to talk to my therapist about that. We'll see. I'm assuming that I will rein in their gacha spending by being the one that does the gacha spending, and they just, like I said, they'll.
I
Just
feel
use
like
my
that'll
account.
like influence them or scare them off. Like my dad spends so much on gacha, like so much money on games. I'm never gonna do that.
Like, you see, child, this could have been your tuition, but instead, you're gonna work the coal mines.
Oh my gosh.
So, anyway, I think that's gonna be it for today's podcast, for today's Boomer versus Zoomer. Thank you so much, Jamie,
Ooh,
for
yeah.
joining us.
Thanks
That was
for having
super
me.
fun.
It was fun.
Even though we did a little bit of like doom talk about the AI and how that's the end of the world, but I appreciate you coming on. Thank you also, JHP, for joining us as well. Jamie, would you like to share like where we could find you, any future upcoming projects?
You can find me at iGumdrop on all platforms. I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I even have a Pinterest account now. So yeah, and I also have a clothing brand called Ebico. If you want to check that out, it's my own clothing brand. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Second TikTok channel. Shut that
Oh
up
yeah,
too.
my second TikTok channel is Jmeats. It's like JIMEATS. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of short form content this year
It's
and all
really
more YouTube
fucking
content.
It is.
Thanks.
My girlfriend is like a normie. She works a regular job and has normie friends, and they have found your stuff organically, and they think it's super cute.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to hit the more normie,
So,
you know,
yeah.
audience.
If you are a big fan of great edits, K-pop, and cooking, Jame Eats is like
yeah,
perfect for you.
Thank
JHP,
you.
any projects?
Nothing I can think of right now, really, but I'm coming up with stuff. I just don't know what it is yet, but trust me, it'll be
He's
good when it
cooking it
comes
up.
You're turning 21 when?
out. June. There may be content around that. There may not. We'll see, but regardless,
We're
I'm
taking
excited.
JHP to the strip club.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, could you have already gone to the strip club?
I'm not going to answer that.
My question is, could you have already gone to the strip club? Meaning,
You
like,
outed
was it
yourself.
legal for you to? But then now, never mind.
What's a strip club?
How was it?
Yeah, how was it?
I haven't been to one.
Oh.
Then why are you? What the fuck?
It's good bait. It's good bait.
Oh, that is
Oh,
good bait.
true,
That's
true.
All right, edit that second part out. Whatever.
Aw.
You don't know. All right. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. Thank you for listening. We'll catch you guys next time.
Bye,
Peace.
guys.